Yeah. So we are coming with a force. Yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and...
Hi guys, welcome back to Tanesha's Chronicles. I know it's been a long time. Obviously, life's been laughing, not just for me, for the world at this rate. The way things are going, I just thought I'd come and do a little chit chat because as a young Christian babe, I'm really struggling with my faith, but I'm also not. Like, I feel really conflicted, and I've been having this conversation with a few people, and my soul just feels very weary. And I think it's because of everything that's going on in the world. Like, obviously, just in London alone, there have been loads of stabbings recently. Not even just in London, the UK. And then across the globe, you have wars going on. You have people dying. I'm going on TikTok and I'm seeing people posting their children with illnesses. Like, children are having cancer, and it's breaking me. And I know you're going to be like, yeah, but Tanisha, none of these things are new. And I know they're not new, but I feel like they're more prevalent than ever, and they're being flashed in my face more than ever. And it's breaking me. It really is breaking me. And sometimes, like, I did prayer and fasting the other day because I was so distressed. And I said to God, wagwan, bro. Like, wagwan. I'm hurting seeing that your people are suffering. And I literally started crying in that. I haven't cried like that in a long time. But I said, God, something's got to give. Something has got to give somewhere, somehow. I don't know. Make it happen. Sorry. Because God, I'm trembling. I'm a bit anxious. I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit sad and heartbroken. Like, I think the conflict lies between, I know all of these things have to happen. Since sin entered the world from the time Eve bit the apple, Jesus said, not Jesus, God, all of them, 3 in 1, you know. He said it would happen. And then, since then, as time's gone on, Satan and his demons and minions have gotten more rampant. And sin is really distracting the world. And I know that's why these things are happening. Yet, my heart is just like, I want it to stop. Because I hate watching people suffer. I hate, especially in vain. People are dying in vain. From what? Anger, greed, maliciousness. Like, I just don't get it. And it just breaks my soul because on the one hand, Matthew 24 will tell me that all these things are going to happen and that, you know, the climate's going to change and there's going to be, well, not climate change specifically, but, you know, there's going to be floods, there's going to be, what's that word I'm looking for when there's no food and water, droughts and things. There's going to be diseases, people are going to die, and you know what I mean? There's going to be wars, and people are going to rise up, and there's going to be false prophets, and so on and so on, and families are going to turn against each other, and nations are going to turn against each other. And you're reading it, and as a child, you're hearing it, and you're like, yeah, but that's in the future. Like, that's not my time, because I'm 26, and since the day I could understand words, I've been hearing Jesus is coming soon. But when I look out my window, or when I read the news, or like, I don't even have to walk far. I'm walking on the road and people are beefing in the middle of the street. And I'm like, why? You woke up this morning and you chose violence. Why? And it really stresses me out because it's like, I know these things have to happen, but at the same time, my heart is hurting because they are happening. And I don't know if that makes me a bad Christian, because sometimes I lose the faith, even though the very thing that should give me faith makes me lose it. The very fact that I can see what the Bible has said acting out before my eyes, meaning that the Bible must be real and Jesus must be real and God must be real, is making me hurt so much to the point that I'm like, God, why is this happening? And again, I know why this is happening. And do you guys see where the conflict is coming in? And it's really putting a dampener on my soul. And I hate that for me. I really hate that for me. I guess the good news is that God is very much real. God is a provider, a protector, a redeemer, a restorer. God, He's a God of justice, a God of hope, a God that knows. Like, God is not within time, but He's always on time. He will allow things to a certain extent, but He won't ever allow things to. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, God is God. And I know He's in control. And I say this to say that as a Christian, sometimes we forget that, or I forget that. Like, as I said, I'm looking into the world, I'm like, God, where art thou? But God is there, and just because He doesn't feel like He is, He is. And sometimes we have to take a step back and remind ourselves who God is. Otherwise, if we forget, we will lose hope. And even if you don't have God, because imagine, I can't even begin to think about if I didn't have the faith and hope that I had. You must be scared and trembling and worried and shaken and things like that, and it must be so hard. But I'm gonna give you like some practical steps in how to manage your mental health and what's going on right now, because yeah. So step number one, please, 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 please decrease your screen time. As I said, I'm going on TikTok and I'm seeing children that are ill. I'm going on Twitter and I'm seeing pictures of dead people and blood and gore, and I'm seeing images of war and smoke and fires. Do you know what I mean? Our brains are sponges. I have a very, what's the word? I have a very, very like absorbing brain. I have no other way to word that. But I will watch a show once and it will be in my dreams. I will see an image once and somewhere along it will be in my dreams. So I say this, just please decrease your screen time and take a walk. You know what I mean? Read a book, do something fun. I feel like there's so much pressure right now to be on the latest news and know what's going on and, have a say and pick a side. But bro, no, sometimes step back and just go in nature and just breathe and breathe in and out and just, yeah. Number two, give back to the world what you want to see. So I know that on a grand scheme of things, sometimes we want to do more than we actually can do. Like, we want to stop the wars, we want to stop children having cancer, we want to stop all these types of things, but we can't. But that doesn't mean you can't help the old lady down the road, or you can't donate to a charity, or you can't, I don't know, what's that word, volunteer at a local food bank or a soup kitchen, or even just some things like reaching out to someone, befriending someone that is having a hard time, people that are locked in, just calling them, giving them a call, checking on how they are. I can't lie, I'm a hypocrite because I don't do all these things, but I need to start doing more of these things, and just being the kindness that you do want to see in the world, and just maybe making someone's day. When I'm walking on the street, I try to smile at everyone. Not everyone smiles back, but I try to smile. Because you just never know. Some people just need a smile. Some people just need a hug. Number three is a gratitude list. I heard a quote, and this quote was from ages ago, and I remember the quote. It said, if I was to wake up tomorrow and all the things that I didn't say thank you for today were gone, how many things would I have left? And for many of us, we might have one or two things, or we might have absolutely nothing. I think in the grand scheme of things, and I'm not trying to invalidate people's feelings, because your feelings are valid and your problems in your life are valid. But in the grand scheme of things, there are so many things that we can be grateful for and have gratitude for and give God thanks for, because in honesty, we don't deserve those things. But yeah, God still provides those things, yet we still have those things like food, clothes on our back, place to stay. Homelessness right now, especially in this UK, bro. Yeah, it's mad. So give thanks in all things and for everything. And another one, I don't remember what number that was, but finding and seeking communities for yourself. Life is lonely out here, man. Finding a church, a play group. If you're a mother, I know that there's like mum groups, and I'm not sure if there's dad groups, but even set up your own dad group if you need to. People with like minds come together and just boost one another. Iron sharpeneth iron. I know sometimes that's all I need is just a friend, a group, a laugh, a hangout, someone that can listen to my needs. Because yes, God is there, but sometimes you just need that one-to-one with your mate or your mates, and talk about your problems. But yeah, I hope the video made sense. I just wanted to come here and just kind of let it all out because I feel like I've been holding it all in fear of judgment, most of all, especially in a Christian community, telling people, yeah, I don't know what God's doing. People are going to be looking at me like, sorry. But I know what God's doing. But yeah, you know, we heard what I was saying in the beginning. But yeah, I really just wanted to say that it's okay to have these feelings because at the end of the day, you're human. But please remember who God is. Please take care of yourselves. And let's just continue to pray for our brothers and sisters. Let's continue to pray for the world because God does change things and God can do things. We might not see it or it might not pan out how we want it to pan out, but God is God and God is God alone. And I know He's a healer in a sin sick world. So, yeah, this video was really just a rant and a bit of advice. I don't know. But yeah, see you next time. Bye.
Can't